piece is called Felini's Carousel, and it was on a record that I did about a year and a half ago called Cinematic. I wrote the piece one night pretty quickly and forgot about it for 2 years, and then Paul McCandless heard it and he said, I'd like to arrange it for 17 wind instruments. And so he took it, did the wind instruments, and then I'd forgotten completely about it, and I learned how to play it again 9 years ago. That's a fun piece to play. This next one, this last year, I have been doing a lot of work and learning about Eric Satie. Satie was born in 1866 and died in 1924. He was part of the Impressionist era, but he was a minimalist. He lived alone all of his life, and he played nightclubs and bars in Paris. He walked from one side of Paris to the other side every night to go play the nightclubs and bars, and then he walked back, getting back at 3 or 4 in the morning. He was quite an eccentric fellow. He only bought 12 gray velvet suits in his lifetime. And when he died, there were 6 of them still left in his closet. He would wear one out and try another one on and continue to wear it. In 1911, he became quite well known because his good friend Maurice Ravel played 3 of his pieces in one of his concerts. Ravel had met him in one of the bars that he played in, and through that he introduced him to Debussy, who also became a good friend. And he pretty much died, not a whole lot of people knowing about him, and it wasn't until the late 60s, early 70s that Peter Sellers' last movie, and what's the name of it? Being There, exactly. In Being There, the entire film score was Eric Satie. This piece I'm going to play right now is the lead piece from that particular film. It's called a Gaussian number 4. There are 6 Gaussians and 3 they call it gymnopédie in Texas, and in Paris they call it gymnopédie in France. And there's no meaning to either of them. He made up both words. Just like he made up many of the words for his songs. Instead of having pianissimo and forte, he would put in there, just stretch it out. Or he'd say al dente. Or he had one piece, he hated all the classical stuff, and so he named one of his pieces, Thoughts on the Half of a Pear. So he was a quirky fellow, but he wrote some really quiet, minimalistic pieces of his day. This is Gaussian number 4.